The card, which I will be talking about, is widely known for its performance in crypto mining for years, and this card is built in previous generation graphics processor, just a little bit tweaked. Can you guess what card I'm talking about?
Oh?
If your answer is RX 580, then you are right to the point with your answer. Today I'll be testing out this RX 580 4GB version, because now you can buy RX 500 series cards for as low as 20 euros. But is this card still performs good after 7 years? Well, let's see. But before I jump straight to the game benchmarks, I will tell you specifications of this specific model I have. So this RX 580 came out back in 2017 with enhanced Polaris 20 graphics processor. Rare cards came with even more upgraded version of graphics processor, Polaris 20 XTX, which referred of higher quality of chip, and these models was more likely to win silicon and memory lottery. But now back at the specs. This card have 2304 shading units, memory of 4GB, but of course there was models of 8GB too. Both memory sizes came with GDDR5 memory and 256-bit bus width and with 185W TDP. Well, for the TDP, I say for the stock without overclock, card's TDP is a bit too high for the performance. But as for the Polaris generation, that's efficient if you compare to previous gen FPS per watt. Starting strong with PUBG in 1080p HyperX and in DirectX 11 enhanced. Card averaged 77.8 FPS, where minimum was just 45.9 FPS and maximum was 111.2 frames per second. I'd say for 20 euro card that's respectable performance, even after countless PUBG updates, card staying pretty strong. And Fortnite wasn't exception either, in 1080p DirectX 11 mode, but in medium preset. Card's average frame rate was 151.4 FPS, minimum was 12.6 FPS, where maximum was 251.8 frames per second. Here, card didn't perform so well, but still playable. I will say that you can even play competitive Fortnite matches with this card, if you tweak settings a bit better or overclock. Next competitive game is Apex Legends in 1080p high settings. Basically, I maxed out VRAM with texture streaming set to high, but card still get average 116.3 frames per second, but minimum was 52.4 FPS, maximum was 145.1 frames per second. And same as previous games, this card showed pretty wild performance for the age. But if you don't like competitive shooters, but more racing type of games, then you are in luck, because I run Forza Horizon 5 in 1080p high preset with FXAA on. And if I may add, that card performed beyond what I was expecting from it. So average frame rate was 75.2 FPS, minimum was 60.7 FPS and maximum was 88.5 FPS. Plenty FPS for people who play Forza Horizon because of its graphics. And for the end, I run 3D Mark's TimeSpy in 1080p and card scored 6165 points. In the end of the day is end of the day, and people are looking for budget-friendly options. And here comes RX 580. I can't recommend it more, especially if you can get 8GB option for as cheap as 30 to 40 euros. But if you specifically want 4GB option, then try to look for 20 to 30 euro range. But if you are worrying about AMD driver support, then I can confidently say from the history that this card have at least 2 or 3 years left. But if this card will perform this well in new game releases, then maybe AMD will change something. As for now, I strongly recommend it. But now, thank you for watching till the end of the video, and thanks for supporting me by clicking subscribe button.